Remember March 2021? A digital artist named Beeple sold a piece of art for over $69 million. It wasn't a painting or a sculpture. It was an NFT, a non-fungible token. Suddenly, everyone was talking about NFTs. It felt like the new digital gold rush, a chance to get rich quick and revolutionize art and ownership forever. But for every person who struck gold, thousands more hit rock bottom. This is the story of the NFT craze, from unimaginable riches to devastating rags. So, what exactly are NFTs? Think of them as unique digital certificates of ownership, stored on a secure system called a blockchain. Unlike Bitcoin, where one coin is the same as another, each NFT is one of a kind. This uniqueness made them incredibly appealing to collectors and investors. The boom was fueled by a perfect storm of factors. Celebrities like Snoop Dogg and Paris Hilton jumped on board, creating massive hype. We all saw stories of people becoming millionaires overnight, which triggered a serious case of FOMO, or fear of missing out. At the same time, platforms like OpenSea made it super easy for anyone to create and trade NFTs. And with the pandemic keeping everyone at home and online, digital investments looked more attractive than ever. Beeple's massive success story was the ultimate symbol of this new era. Before that auction, Mike Winkelmann, the man behind Beeple, was known mainly within the digital art community. His sale proved that years of digital creation could be monetized in a single, life-changing moment. He became the poster child for a revolution. Other creators cashed in too. Musicians sold exclusive tracks, game developers sold unique in-game items, and even classic internet memes like Nyan Cat sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. For these pioneers, NFTs offered a new sense of creative freedom and financial independence. But behind these glittering success stories, a much darker reality was unfolding. For every Beeple, there were countless artists whose work never sold and countless investors who lost everything. The market became a playground for speculation, scams, and wildly inflated prices. The dream started to crumble for many. The NFT market went from explosive growth in early 2021 to a dramatic crash by mid to 2022. Prices for once desirable collections, like the Bored Ape Yacht Club, fell off a cliff. People who had poured their savings into these digital assets were left holding tokens worth a tiny fraction of what they paid. It was financial devastation for many. The wild, unregulated nature of the market also made it a breeding ground for fraud. Scammers created projects, hyped them up, collected money from eager buyers, and then simply disappeared with the cash. This is called a rug pull. There were also fake NFTs, phishing attacks to steal people's digital wallets, and tons of counterfeit art. All this criminal activity destroyed trust in the market. On top of that, people started to realize that creating an NFT, a process called minting, used a massive amount of energy, which was terrible for the environment. This criticism tarnished the appeal for both creators and buyers who were environmentally conscious. So, while a few early players got rich, most people who jumped in late lost big. We heard heartbreaking stories of ordinary people spending their life savings on digital art or collectibles, only to watch their value evaporate into nothing. Why did so many people lose their money? It really boils down to a few key things. First, it was a speculative mania. The market became a giant bubble, driven by people hoping to flip NFTs for a quick profit, not because they valued the art or the technology itself. They weren't investing, they were gambling. Second, the complete lack of regulation was a huge problem. With no rules or oversight, market manipulation was rampant. Scammers could easily pump up the price of a worthless asset and then dump it on unsuspecting buyers with no consequences. And finally, the growth was just not sustainable. Thousands of new NFT projects flooded the market every day, diluting its value. The novelty wore off, and there simply wasn't enough demand to keep prices afloat. The story of the NFT craze teaches us some hard lessons. First and foremost, do your homework. So many people invested without understanding the technology or the risks. Don't just follow the hype. Celebrity endorsements and viral success stories create unrealistic expectations and can lead you to make bad decisions. And always remember that NFTs are highly speculative assets. Just like any market, they are subject to dramatic booms and busts. If you can't afford to lose the money, you shouldn't be investing it. So, is this the end for NFTs? Not necessarily. While the speculative bubble has popped, the underlying technology still has a lot of potential. We're moving beyond just digital art and collectibles. Think about it. NFTs can be used as a form of digital identity, like secure certifications, event tickets, or membership passes. In the gaming world and the metaverse, they can represent unique items that you truly own, like virtual land or character skins. For artists, the technology can still be a game changer. Smart contracts can be programmed so that the original artist automatically receives a percentage of the sale every time their work is resold. That means they can continue to earn from their art for years to come. We're also seeing new and exciting use cases emerge. Industries like real estate, healthcare, and education are exploring how to use NFTs. Imagine having a digital deed for your house, secure and verifiable medical records, or academic diplomas that can't be faked, all stored as NFTs on a blockchain. The possibilities are huge. And what about the environmental concerns? The good news is that the technology is evolving. Newer, eco-friendly blockchains are becoming more popular. The major platform, Ethereum, has also gone through a massive upgrade to become more energy efficient. These advancements are making NFTs more sustainable and could help reignite interest in the space in a more responsible way. The NFT craze also forced us to have some important conversations about what art is, what ownership means in a digital world, and how we assign value to things. While some critics argue that the market turned art into a mere commodity for gambling, supporters believe it democratized the art world, giving creators direct access to a global audience without needing a gallery or an agent. Looking forward, the projects that are most likely to succeed are the ones focused on building a strong community. NFT collections that offer real-world benefits, like access to exclusive events or shared digital spaces, are creating long-term value that goes beyond just speculation. It's about building a tribe. As the market matures, education will be key. We need to help people understand both the risks and the opportunities so they can make informed decisions. We're also starting to see governments and regulators take notice. While rules can help protect investors from fraud, they also raise questions about the decentralized, free-for-all spirit of the blockchain world. Finding the right balance between oversight and innovation will be the next big challenge. The NFT boom was a wild, unforgettable chapter in internet history. It created overnight millionaires, but also left a trail of financial ruin. Pioneers like Beeple showed us a glimpse of a future where digital ownership is real and powerful. But the speculative frenzy also exposed the dangers of an unregulated market driven by hype. The lesson here is that there is no such thing as a get-rich-quick scheme that works for everyone. The true value of this technology won't be found in flipping JPEGs for a quick profit, but in its potential to redefine creativity and community in our digital lives. The future of NFTs may not be as flashy as the boom, but it might just be more meaningful. Thanks for watching. If you found this interesting, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the world of tech and culture. See you next time.